My name is Sarah Marshall, and I'm doing a speech on Vincent van Gogh. This is my audience, Sam, Jim, and Lauren. Vincent van Gogh was born in 1853 in the Netherlands. As a past impressionist painter and one of the most famous of all time, Van Gogh has become an icon. From growing up in Holland and pursuing a life as a pastor to moving to France and creating an incredible collection of artwork. His work has had a huge impact on our culture. He lived more than 115 years ago, and yet his artwork is still altering the way mankind views beauty, persona, individuality, and study of art. His thousands of paintings and drawings have various characteristics that have been copied by thousands and duplicated by none. Van Gogh's unique life has inspired millions to become active in art. In fact, what many people today consider to be the artist persona is largely a result of his influence. Perhaps the most impressive aspect is that artists today still continue to mimic his style over 100 years after his death. He was influenced greatly after he moved to Paris in 1886. The bright new palette reigned heavily over his previous dark muted color scheme. His use of this new impressionist and post-impressionist style altered not only his work but also the art of history. Vincent van Gogh is generally considered the greatest Dutch painter. Even though he had little fame during his lifetime and he only sold one painting during his lifetime, which was the Red Vineyard. Van Gogh produced all of his work during about a period of 10 years, and in that 10 years he created more than 900 paintings and over 1,100 drawings. He eventually gave into mental illness and committed suicide. His fame grew rapidly after his death, especially following the showing of 71 of his paintings in Paris. This was 11 years after his death. Several paintings by Van Gogh are ranked as the most expensive paintings in the world. On March 30th, 1987, Van Gogh's painting Iris was sold for a record $53.9 million in New York. And in May 1990, another painting of his was sold for $82.5 million, which established a new high record. Some of Van Gogh's most famous artwork are self-portraits, landscapes, portraits of other people, the Iris, Starry Starry Night, and his pictures of the sunflowers. These are among the most recognizable arts and expensive arts of the world today. I chose Vincent van Gogh because today he is considered one of the most greatest artists and an important contributor to the foundation of modern art. Van Gogh's unique life has inspired millions to become artists. Van Gogh influence on expressionism, favoritism, and early abstraction was enormous and can be seen in many aspects of the 20th century art. The most impressive aspect of Van Gogh is that artists still mimic his style and that he created over 100 years ago. Thank you.